What happens when artificial intelligence takes jobs from humans? Over the past 40 years, the number of jobs has decreased in virtually every sector that has implemented technology and automation to increase productivity. Yes, there are so-called compensatory effects where new jobs are created to develop and maintain automation technologies. How many jobs? Far fewer than the number of workers replaced by robots. No matter the counter-arguments, the main argument remains simple economic logic. If the number of workers creating and maintaining robots were the same as the number of workers replaced by robots, robot services would always be more expensive and no one would buy them. Most economists assume the big picture. Automation increases productivity, meaning that overall, people benefit by getting more goods and services for the same amount of work. Unfortunately, economic theory does not assume that every individual will benefit from automation. Generally, automation increases the share of income going to capital, owners of robots, and decreases the share going to workers, those replaced by robots. This effect has been observed in the global economy for several decades. If a machine replaces a person's physical labor, the person can sell their intellectual abilities. But if a machine also replaces intellectual labor, what else can a person sell? Governments worldwide are already starting to pay attention to this issue. Most have realized that the idea of retraining everyone as data analysts or robot developers isn't a solution. The world may need 5 or 10 million such specialists, which in no way can cover the roughly 1 billion jobs that could disappear. What does the future look like? One obvious vision is an economy where far fewer people work because work is no longer necessary. Such a future requires a radical change in the economic system. The most popular option is a universal basic income guaranteed by the government to every citizen regardless of their participation in production. Funded by capital profits, an unconditional basic income would provide a reasonable income to every adult regardless of circumstances. Those aiming for a higher standard of living could continue working without losing the basic income, while others could spend their time as they see fit. For some, life with an unconditional basic income seems like a paradise on earth. For others, it symbolizes the admission of failure. Most people have nothing to offer society in terms of economic value. The truth, as usual, lies somewhere in between and depends on your view of human nature. Nearly a century ago, economist John Maynard Keynes made a clear distinction between those who strive for something and those who simply enjoy life. The striving people and the enjoying people. The idea of a universal basic income assumes that the vast majority of people fall into the category of enjoying. Keynes suggested that striving is one of the habits and instincts of ordinary people, instilled in them by countless generations rather than real-life value. He predicted that this instinct would gradually fade away. However, striving and enjoying life are not mutually exclusive and are often inseparable. Genuine joy and lasting satisfaction come from having a goal and achieving it. Coming to a city specifically to run the Boston Marathon is not the same as walking around the city as a tourist or occasionally jogging in your hometown. The connection between striving and enjoyment forms the basis of our understanding of how to structure a desirable future. Future generations might wonder why we ever worried about something as trivial as work. Most people will be better off doing something useful, even if the majority of goods and services are created by machines with minimal human involvement. Inevitably, many people will engage in providing interpersonal services that can or should only be delivered by humans. That means even if we no longer need to perform routine physical or intellectual labor, we can still share our humanity. We will need to master the art of being human. Those who can preserve and perfect the art of living for its own sake, rather than selling themselves for a living, will be able to enjoy the abundance when it arrives. We all need help learning the art of living. It's a matter of development, not dependency. The ability to inspire others and pass on the skill of enjoying and creating, whether in visual arts, music, literature, conversation, gardening, architecture, food, wine, or video games, will be needed more than ever. Unfortunately, our scientific understanding of happiness and life fulfillment is shockingly deficient. We simply do not know how to add value to other people's lives consistently and predictably. The assertion that happiness should be an engineering discipline sounds strange. but it seems an inevitable conclusion. This discipline should be based on fundamental science, a better understanding of how the human mind works on cognitive and emotional levels. It should be taught to a wide range of professionals, from life architects helping people plan their personal life paths to specialists in fields such as curiosity optimization and personal resilience. Reorganizing our educational and research institutions to create this fundamental science and transform it into curricula and recognized professions will take decades, so it makes sense to start today. The ultimate result, if successful, will be a world well worth living in. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights into the future, technology, and society. Stay tuned for our next episode.